The most epic game is Game 7 in Minnesota, no doubt. Kirby Puckett was at the plate, and I had my way with, I think I'd struck him out twice or got him out, and I know I got him out twice, and I felt like I could handle him first and third, one out. And when he came out to the mound, I was in like almost shock, like, you can't take me out now. But what he was going to do and what he did do was walk Kirby Puckett, brought in Mike Stanton to face Ken Herbeck. Ken Herbeck hit into a double play. It all worked out. But at the time, in my mind, that was the only trouble I got in. There was no way I was giving up a run right there. And yet I was young enough to where I couldn't tell my manager that. So there was no conversation. It was quick hook and good job. And I walked off and kind of like, that was it. We were all tired. And I was certainly exhausted once it was all said and done. But in the midst of it, the adrenaline was pumping so much. I was so frustrated that I thought there was an opportunity for us, for me to get out of it. We got out of it. Then I was all about, let's get a run and win the game. And it didn't happen. Jack and I talked about it, reminiscing about that game. And obviously, if you remember, Jack was in trouble a lot. And he got out of every jam. It was Houdini-like. And that's what Jack was about.
I never had a negative thought, and I was in trouble a bunch. And I never thought a negative thought. I never thought, oh my gosh, I'm in trouble. I said, all right, this pitch is going to go from my hand to that corner. He's going to hit a brown ball over to Kent Herbeck, and we're going to get a double play. And we did. Our team, it was progress, little steps all along the year, from starting out pretty bad to a world championship team. And the camaraderie and all the things. But for me personally, I think I fell right in step with that. I was just getting better and better and better. And, the reality was I pitched 4 games in a row on 3 days rest during the postseason after pitching 260 plus innings during the regular season. And TK was worried about me getting hurt. I mean, that's why he tried to take me out after the 9th inning. And took me years later to figure that out, that's why he was trying to give me a break and get Aggie in the game. And, I never thought of it that way. I said, oh my God, if I would have got hurt, what would I have thought about you, And so it was a fine line between a manager and a player, but he knew what was in my heart, and he knew that I was getting stronger every inning as that game went along.